For this third episode of AI Stories, I'm happy to exchange with Pavan Kunchala. Pavan is a computer vision engineer at FS Studio, a tech and virtual reality engineering firm. During his free time and locked at home during COVID, Pavan started building a fitness app that tracks the number of times you repeat the same pose during a workout session. If you want to know how to never escape again a sports session, follow me.
Hey Jeffrey, it's really great to meet you. So this is Pavan Kunchala. I'm still in my final year of undergraduation. Right now, I'm working as an R&D computer vision developer at a company called FS Studio. We mostly work on augmented reality and virtual reality stuff, and we are trying to build something really cool right now. So let me just give you a brief overview about my app.
I'm actually curious to know where you got this idea and what does it come from,
So it's been around 2 to 3 years since I started learning about AI and computer vision particularly. So I have been just trying out some stuff, and one day I just got an idea, like there was a human pose estimation model I was trying out, and I just got an idea. So if you could build out some some sort of approach in which we can just track the number of exercises we do. And I also faced a really big issue when like in the time of COVID, that we couldn't go to gym and work out. So I thought this could be a really good alternative for many people who just want to work out from their home and don't want to take the risk of getting infected by COVID and everything. So I just started working on it. It's a solo build project right now. I'm just working on it. I started with really basic exercises like bicep curls, squats, and there were a lot of bugs at the start, but I got a lot of feedback from many people in LinkedIn, and over the course of iterations, I just kept on optimizing it further and further. And right now we have a bunch of exercises, and we are just working on it to make sure we can release it really soon for the general public.
Could you give a word on the traction? Do you use the app yourself, and how many users do you have actually?
Yeah, I use this app for myself right now, just using some like webcam, and I'm just running it on my laptop to see it can track the workouts properly. Whereas I have like a small circle of friends. No, we just use it. We just give feedback to each other. It's not really available to general public yet, but small group of people who are really interested, I just send them a small app, like a small demo app, and they just test it out. They see what are they give us reviews, and also give it out to my friends, my college friends, to ask them and check it out and see if there is like any suggestions, and they really give a lot of good suggestions on how to improve further. How from a user's perspective, it's a really how we could move further, how it will be really easy for a user to use without a lot of problems. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm a normal sport guy. I want to use it. How can I do? Where can I go to get this app actually?
Right now, we are planning to build a website and an Android app as well. So the way we are seeing is you can either use your PC's webcam to track yourself, or also an iOS or Android phone camera to track what you're doing. Just how to place the phone against the wall. As long as it can see you and track you, we can try out different exercises and count it. We're also adding pose correction. Let's say you're doing an exercise a little with little bit of error. It tries to correct your pose by giving some sort of instructions, or also by showing what is exactly the correct pose. Some sort of lines on the screen in which you have to just align your body.
That's really cool. Definitely, I think about it when I do my next exercises. Maybe you could give us a word, on the challenges you have met or you're meeting to build this app. You told me just before that, for example, the latency of the webcam could be a problem. Have you met some of the problem, like the size of the data set, for example, to train in the different poses or whatever?
Yeah. So the approach we are using is like really simplistic. We are just using some mathematical angles to calculate the exercises. with a lot of statements. Let's say you're just doing a push-up, so we calculate the angles between your arm, and we see if you are just like lying down on the floor, and we calculate a lot of angles. But we also are planning to add an action recognition algorithm to it. So we are just in the process of building the data set, adding new exercise to it. And as I said, I'm just working alone, so it's going to take a while. So I'm also looking at some people to collaborate on, and who could help me with making this app really cool.
Okay. Okay. So that's actually a good point. And so what would be the future for this app? I mean, do you have in mind a business model? Do you want to make it and keep it public and free? What do you have in mind actually?
So the way I see it is, we could just build a whole workout platform over it. We are planning to give a personalized analytics to every user. Let's say I'm using it, so it can recognize me as Pavan, and every week or so it will send you a mail of like, this is the number of push-ups you did this week, and these are your analytics. These are the parts you have to work on. These are the parts you have like you're gaining. This is the improvement you have shown from the past week. So this is one way we are looking into that. And also I'm also trying to create make it optimized it for AR and VR field as well. But this is something I'm just researching about and looking into, see if we could make it like, should we create a new device for it, or should we use the existing devices, hardware, and try to do that. So this is something we're just looking into, we are trying out. But yeah, I do have a plan of commercializing it real soon. But I just want to make sure that it's really optimized when it gets to the general mass.
The market, yeah. Okay, perfect. And could you give just a short word on the technical stack that you've been using, and just a word, on the training pipeline, and how, what is behind, what is in the engine actually?
So right now I'm just for the POC right now I'm just using Python, Streamlit, and MediaPipe's BlazeForce. So there is this human pose estimation model called BlazeForce, which works really fine for a single person. So right now that's what I'm using. I'm just using some mathematical calculations to count the reps and to correct the forces as well. Whereas in near future we are planning to port it to C++ and make it more optimized, make it more C++ has a better inference rate and everything, and also port it to Kotlin for making it for Java applications for Android and everything.
You told me that you've been using it with your friends I would say in a close circle right now of friends and relatives. Maybe you'd have a fun fact on using this app or building this app, or because I guess you've been working on this for the last months. So yeah, just to get one fun fact here.
So we realized, it motivates us more. It's more of the one thing I realized right now. Just testing out with friends was I usually don't work out that much, but just to try it out, we are just trying out a lot of exercises, a lot of researching on what kind of stuff is available, and we are just so excited to just try it out, see what we can do. And okay, let's say we are trying it on different people. Let's say we have a group of friends. We are just we are calculating the push-ups. Okay, is it let's say I do 10 push-ups. Is it calculating it properly? Are we facing any issues? And just a fun thing to do with friends, to add technology and see what we can do.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for your time, Pavan. And yeah, that's a great app. I'd be happy to share around.